When we were asked to share about our involvement in the community, at first we were a little bit surprised. It was much easier for us to think of all of the ways that St. Thomas More and the community has given to us, and a little bit more difficult to feel like our contributions were of equal measure. Father RJ often says that our presence is our greatest gift. And that's a wonderful thing to hear, and an easy thing to hear, and it's a little bit harder to really believe.
I started coming to St. Thomas More in 2020 in the midst of both global and very personal turmoil. My first time in the church, Father Warren greeted me personally, and even though we were social distancing and wearing masks, I felt very seen and welcomed, both of which I desperately needed at that time. I was encouraged to join an Ignatian retreat in daily life, and this community of prayer changed the way I see God, speak to God, and live my life. Fast forward a few years, and Andrew enters the scene.
And when I met Elizabeth, I lived in Minneapolis and had a church there that I loved. And to see Elizabeth or join her for Mass, I had to do the unthinkable. I had to cross the river. And as hard and rare as I'm told from native Minnesotans that is, the most challenging thing was I was worried that I would feel like a guest, or even worse, an intruder, coming into this space that embraced Elizabeth so warmly. Thankfully, I was very wrong. So many parishioners and staffers went out of their way, not just to see Elizabeth and say hi, but to talk to me, to meet me, and to get to know me. I'm still so delighted when people come up to me when I'm here on my own without Elizabeth. And I still count it, even if the first thing they say is, "Where is your lovely wife?" One of the ways that I felt connected to my old community was saying yes to a volunteering opportunity concerning tutoring for students. And after I started coming to Mass here with Elizabeth and meeting people, I realized very quickly that the whole time I had been working with Deacon Fisher. So I was very grateful that it felt like I was given this bridge from my old home to my new.
We were personally guided through marriage prep by Father RJ, Carol, and Kellen, and given an incredible mentor couple in Lucy and Jeff Johnson, who have continued to support us as we figure out what it means to be married. Every moment of the past 5 years has either happened or been greatly intertwined with our lives at St. Thomas More. We want to contribute to this community that has done so much for us and have found little ways that we can give through ministry and stewardship. One of our favorite ways of helping out is serving as volunteers for Children's Liturgy of the Word. Praying with some of these youngest community members is precious to us and continues to enrich our conversations about God. It also gives us many adorable and funny phrases to quote to each other throughout the week. We try to always stop by Coffee and Donuts and have met some great friends this way. But as we've heard from some of our more introverted friends, small talk can be hard. And thankfully, the Ignatian retreat offerings here have been a chance for us to go deeper with other parishioners. These prayer groups are a great way to meet friends from all generations, which can sometimes be challenging when you're in your own age bubble. We know we cannot repay the Lord or St. Thomas More for all the good that has been done for us, and yet we feel called to try in any way that we can. Our prayer for you is that you be open to how God might be calling you to participate in this community, and that you can receive the love God has in store for you through your involvement. Thank you.